starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
What's up, everybody? How are we doing tonight? I'm back. That's right. I'm back. I wouldn't miss tonight for anything. We have some amazing people backstage right now, and I can't wait to talk to them. But before we do, I have a couple things I want to say. First of all, thank you guys so much for your continued support and the prayers and positive thoughts as I've been going through a lot of rough times. Mentally and physically. For those of you who don't know, I actually had some surgery done, had some issues with that. Not too good, but I'm slowly getting back to the way I am, the way I'm supposed to be. And like I said, there is no way I would miss tonight for the world. LOA. There he is. There's Mr. Fedora himself. What up, Scott? Nice new ride. Scott's got a new car. Looking good. New GMC. Good luck on gas. So that's one thing I want to say is you guys are awesome, and I really appreciate the continued support you all have given me so far and are continuing to give me, both in the Paracast and also in my personal life as well. So thank you so much. The other thing I want to say is thank you to, of course, one of my favorite supporters, our boy Brian from Parapost.net and the Parapost Network for allowing us to bring the Paracast to the Parapost Network page. Thank you so much, Brian Laverty. Thank you so much. Vicky, hi Vicky. Thank you so much. And yeah, I need to get loans. Yeah, I feel that. I definitely feel that, Scott. So anyway, guys, tonight we have some very special co-hosts tonight. First of all, let's give a welcome to Squeakers. What up,
Hi.
Squeakers? How are you tonight, Squeakers?
Pretty good. How about you?
I'm hanging out. I'm chilling. I'm doing all right. Got a great show tonight. Let's see. Sacramento Paranormal. Hey, how you guys doing tonight? What is going on? Are you clicking that?
Yeah, I accidentally hit the side of my hit the side of my tablet and it's very sensitive. I apologize.
It ain't my show without technical problems, but I'll be okay with that.
Right?
And then Halfern, I hope I'm saying that right. Paranormal, love the name. How are you tonight? Joining us on Facebook. But we have another co-host, Squeakers. You're sharing the spotlight tonight. I don't know if you can handle it.
Do.
I don't know if I can handle it.
I don't know.
So everybody, please help me welcome my wife and one of the most recent guests on the Paracast, Umbry.
So,
Great intro. Love it.
I mean, I can do my intro, but that doesn't fit with your show.
No, we'll hit that later. What up, Lurker? Lurker, you're at work. Pay attention. I love Lurker. So, ladies, we have an amazing guest tonight. I've been excited to talk, and I've been wanting to talk with these individuals. That's right, folks. I said individuals. There's two of them. Actually, technically, there's three. But I've been wanting to talk with these guys since I've met them. And for a specific reason, they are not in the paranormal field. But here's the cool thing. I actually first saw them when they interviewed Minnesota Spirit Hunters. Our family from Minnesota.
I can't do anything.
No, what? I don't want to know. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we're not going to leave these guys in the backstage.
At me.
I don't know what's going on in my own house. That's fine.
So Pavio, background girlfriend. Hi.
Hi, Savannah.
Hi.
So, guys, let's welcome to the Paracast, and let's give them a really warm Paracast and paranormal welcome to our boys Victor and IG from the Don Vic Show, Boston's best. What
Yeah,
up?
what's up? How you doing today?
Yo, what's up, guys? How y'all doing?
We good. How y'all doing?
We're chilling. We're hanging out.
I can see
Nice
that.
stuff.
There's Lisa. Lisa, speaking of
Hi,
Minnesota,
Lisa.
she heard
Yeah,
Minnesota
hi,
Spirit
Lisa.
Hunters.
Hey, Lisa, what's up?
That's right.
Every time I say Minnesota Spirit Hunters, Lisa or Marcus pop on. It's awesome,
You have to, it's
Yeah.
like Bloody Mary.
right?
Right?
Janet, how are you tonight? Welcome. Glad to have you.
Hi, Janet.
Lisa saying hello to Victor and IG.
What's up, Lisa?
That Janet, Lisa, the one that disappeared.
Janet Jackson?
Yeah.
No, Jackson. That's Janet.
Yeah, she's the one that kept disappearing on your show.
Wait, just real quick. We also had an accident, and our thing went off too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Lisa, please, let's not do this today.
Yeah, her dogs shut us down in an interview that we was doing with Marcus that night.
Yo, no kid. Like, I did an interview with Brandon Crody. I know you guys know Brandon.
Yes, that's
He's your
good.
boy. He's your boy. So Mackenzie and I went down to Maryland to meet up with Brandon because we were going to get him on the show.
Yeah,
And
we do.
I just want to make sure he couldn't get away. He couldn't escape.
Hold on.
So I went down there to chat with him, and I don't know where my wife's going. But anyway, we went down, and Lisa had, I swear, like every doll, and brings them behind me on the show. I'm like, no, take them out. Get out of here. No.
So you got face to face with Maud then, huh? She's a thinker. I get a real kick out of that thing. I know I should be Hall of Fame. Lisa's gonna kick me for that one again.
Yes, she did.
She
Yes, she did.
Oh man,
Yes, she did.
Cool, Lisa. That ain't cool, girl.
Yeah, I came down to crash Mr. Crody's show, and I got my own show crashed on. How does that work?
Oh, Jesus. It backfired on you. See, those spirits play tricks on you, I'm trying to tell you.
Yep.
So, Victor, IG,
yes, sir.
those people who don't know who you are, tell them a little bit about yourself, guys.
Well, my government name is Victor Santiago, and I'm the host of the Don Vic Show here with my co-host IG and my son Stacks, which is on this side of me. And we're from Boston, Massachusetts. I've known this guy for over 30 years. We've been friends, and I brought him on my podcast about what?
2 years now.
Almost 2 years? Almost 2 years ago, he's been with me. I brought him along my show. I was doing my show on my own, but I brought him on board. But that's what we do. I built this platform, the Don Vic Show, for to bring clients, and guests to the show, to give them a platform to talk and stuff like that. But that's what I do.
What kind of guests do you usually have? Like, what's your typical guest? Like, for those of you who don't know, you two are not in the paranormal field.
No, not at all.
So
it's a whole totally different game.
Yeah.
we'll get to that part in a little bit. But
It's a whole different dimension.
Yes.
So we're not gonna lead into that side yet.
Right.
So what kind of guests do you guys have on?
Oh, you wanna?
Well, we've gone from having actors to film producers, directors. We've had book writers. We've had people. We just bring anybody in general that's trying to go into a platform. Music. We got a lot of R&B artists. We have people from in Texas, UK,
You name it.
everywhere. A lot. They show us a lot of love, also.
That's beautiful.
The show right now, what we're about is about sharing.
And you guys now see why I wanted to bring them on the show. But that's awesome, guys. And I see a new piece of hardware from the show. I haven't seen. There's something shiny on that desk. What's that about?
This right here.
Yeah.
This is an award winning. We was award winners for best film fest host. And I just want to thank, Can You Believe You Can Fly? Believe You Can Fly Productions and Jennifer Dawn for giving us this award.
Yes,
and
thank you, Jennifer.
And we got some certificate as well. And I'm honored because I've been putting in a lot of work for almost 3 years now, and to be recognized for something that we do. And there's a lot of competition. You guys know that. There's a lot of competition out there. And for someone to, and for us to be the first thing in their mind to, to give an award to meant a whole lot, and on top of the fact that they thought about us, they also wanted us to make an announcement for them on March 5th and bring some of their award winners on our show and kind of do like a red carpet type of thing live on the Don Vic show.
Hell yeah.
So that's, this, I still haven't gasped the fact that we got this,
It looks good. That looks clean. That looks nice and clean on that desk. And, absolutely, Squeakers. Let us be the first to say congratulations for all that. And if we could, guys in chat, let's get some hearts in here for IG and our boy Victor, man. That's awesome. Raymond, what's up, bro? No worries.
What's up, Raymond? Hey, Raymond.
Jonathan, this man right here, Mackenzie and I will actually Savannah too, will be in North Carolina next week to investigate the USS North Carolina with this man right here and a couple others.
Okay. World War II battleship.
Oh man, I'm stoked. I'm excited. You get a Navy veteran on a Navy ship. Let's go.
You're a land soldier. You're a land Navy. You've never been on the big great floaty things.
I am. I'm a dirt sailor.
You know what, Matt?
I haven't heard that in such a long time.
Right. That's why I love and I'm interested in the paranormal, even though that we're not a paranormal show, is because the interesting places that you guys go to investigate, and some of those places are spooky, and scary, and and some of the things that you guys come up with, on your cameras and voices and stuff, that to me is amazing. Like for those non-believers, like you guys gotta watch Paranormal Investigations, not just my man Matt here or Brandon or Marcus, but paranormal all over the world. These people come up with so much evidence, and people still deny the fact that it's not real. Like,
yep. And which actually, I don't mean to interrupt you, brother. Which actually, I'm kind of curious about being like your podcast and your show being what it is with a lot of artists and actors and writers. What got you to the paranormal? Like I know you have some history with Mr. Brandon Crody, a great guy, and I met you through Marcus in Minnesota. What got you that? What kind of interest made that happen?
Well, I'm a spiritual guy, right? Mm-hmm. From nature. Like my family, we all spiritual, and I've been through some stuff myself where I saw stuff and I didn't really talk about it because I didn't want people thinking I was crazy. You can
see more of my show.
But it always brought my attention when I saw certain things. Like I would scroll through TV and see certain things, and I'm like, wow, man, that must be amazing to go and try to find some spirits or ghosts to talk to. And then when I met Brandon, and I went to the page and I seen what he was doing, it caught my eye. I was like, let me see what these guys are really up to and what I can find out about the paranormal stuff. You know, paranormal to me is like Bigfoot. Two things that people, some believe and some don't believe. Some say it's fiction, some say it's true. So that's what really caught my attention. Let's prove facts here.
Yeah.
You know, so if I can learn from the paranormal teams from all over the place, or people that follow Sasquatches, what evidence they got, that to me is exciting, because those are two things in the world that people say, nah, oh, that might not be true. Oh, it could be true. So you guys have the power to come up with that evidence. You know?
Well, yeah, and that's the thing I love about this field is, number one, we always say there is no experts. What we do is not an exact science, you know, and if you're a good investigator, you will try to what we call debunk. We'll try to find that truth. And the way I always tell people is, when you're investigating, if you have answers to a question, like if you have 4 questions and 3 out of the 4 can be answered or probably should be answered, that's not evidence. The 4th question that you have no idea or no reason behind it, that's paranormal. And it's not saying it's a spirit. It's just saying it's exactly that, paranormal. It's abnormal. It's something that normally doesn't happen. And so what got you to Minnesota? How'd you hook up with our boy Marcus?
Well, you know, it's all networking. You know, you said it's all networking and meeting great people like you guys, you know, and then you guys refer other people to the show and stuff like that. So that's how we've been growing, you know, and that's how I met Marcus. You know, he was recommended to me from someone. I don't remember, because I got so many people talking to me and texting me. I don't remember, but he was recommended to me from another paranormal crew. And Marcus is great. I love Marcus. Marcus is a great guy. His whole team is great. You know, they're always working, and that's what I love about paranormal investigators. They're always working. They're always out there to find the truth or find something, and I love that.
Well, you know? I'll tell you right now, what one platform, and I said this already a little bit, something that you guys might want to check out is right here, parapost.net. You got the logo right there next to Squeakers. That's Para, the ghost. One of my really good friends and supporters of what we're doing in the P3 program, Brian John Laverty, he's created this. Basically, it's a Facebook, but for the paranormal field. And everybody's welcome to join in. So, you know, it's a great platform to check out. It's on Android and iOS, completely free. And there's a bunch of benefits to being on this this app, and I have it on both my phones, and I have it bookmarked on my computer. So that'd be another great way, if you guys really like the paranormal, that to check out. So Tez, what's up? How you doing tonight? Welcome.
Hi, Tez.
Hey, Tez. Welcome.
So IG, what about you, brother?
Oh, what? Oh, what about me?
What about you in the paranormal? I heard Vic. What about you, man?
Well, my government is Isaiah Garcia. On Facebook, I have co-host IG on the Don Vic Show, also on Facebook. I've known we've known each other for 30-something years. I'm actually his number 1 fan.
Thank you.
Because when he first started, you know, I'm on the live, whether I'm doing something, I go on the live, I put my phone to the, you know, sometimes I put it to the side, but I'm showing the love all the time, I'm sharing it. You know, then he would, you know, as the time went by, we did the thing for the kids. We did
a toy drive for cats and kids.
We did a toy drive, you know, so, and, you know, like he was talking about how he got started, but with me, you know, he interviewed me, and then one day he was, you know, he came over to my house, we went to the basement, and we was talking about stuff. He was like, hey, listen, you know, we're gonna try to do it for my basement. You know, something that just
started from the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah. Started from the bottom, now the whole world here. So once he came and, you know, and asked me, because I do a lot of outreach work. I coach basketball. I'm involving my kids a lot in my daughter's basketball, the school for hers. And I was really motivated. I'm always going live on my phone. I'm everywhere. So, doing my thing. So, he said, hey, listen, you want to, of course, I'm just like, I'll give it a try, but what I've learned from it, and I appreciate a lot from him, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't, not just knowing the people, just knowing what this is all about.
Yeah.
I never knew what the music industry, and not just music now, it's just that acting and the movie industry. You learn a lot from it,
Mhm.
So, that's my little thing, but, we're like brothers. We're like brothers, and, we give each other a hard time at the end of the day. We wake up and do it all over again.
That's it. So you said he interviewed you. So what, are you an artist? Or are you?
No, sir. Formerly known, but
No, I interviewed him. He answered that one.
yeah,
I interviewed him because at the time, I was thinking about stepping up my show, right?
Mhm.
So I said, what can I come up with, do something different? And I knew that he was always into outreaching with the children, and he loves sports, so he knows a lot about sports than I do. So I said, maybe I can bring him to the show with me, and we can have different shows about different things, and we can talk about sports, because Boston is known for sports. We're like big fanatics, right? So I said, maybe I can we can bring more people to the show and give the show some more life. And so I asked him, he said, yeah. He said, that's not my thing. I said, just come on, man. Just come for the ride. Come for the ride. Let's see how far we can take this. And he came along and he stuck with me, and today here we are.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful.
yeah.
So-
I mean,
No, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
So, but he was as far as the interview, when he interviewed me, I was nervous myself. I'm sitting there and I'm just like, not knowing. So I think at that point, after when we were doing, I did a couple of interviews with him at my house and everything like that. And, like we do, we put each other on the spot. So
Yep.
I asked him a couple of questions that, he was like, So he's like, hey, you asking these questions now? I'm like, it's an instant thing. You always want to know what other people are doing and what's going on with them. Like, what's your goal? Where do you want to get from, out of the Don Vic show? But slowly but surely, I'm learning what he's trying to get out of it, because I'm sticking by him, learning everything, that's everything that's going on. So
he sees the movement, how I'm trying to move, and where I'm trying to go with the show, and the people that I'm trying to associate with. Kind of like we was talking earlier, the good people.
Yeah.
People that are really trying to take this what we do serious and take it to the next level if we can. And I always say you can do things by yourself. You can, but to grow where you want to grow to, you need people.
Yeah. And like we said backstage too, you got to remember, once you start making it, remember your roots, remember where you came from. And, people are only popular, like these actors, actresses, even the shows, they're only popular because of their audience.
Yes. 100%.
And remember that.
100%. And we say that all the time. I said, this trophy here, this award that was given to us, it's not for us. This is for the audience. The audience made this happen. Right. The audience made the Don Vic show, and I want them to know that, because we didn't do this by ourselves.
Yeah.
We built the platform, but you guys made us. And I want to give credit where credit's due. I speak the truth. You feel me? And I didn't do this I did this with the help of the viewers and you guys that send me more people. And I send people to people. This is why we at where we at.
Yep. And Scott, 100%. Surround yourself with those who have the same drive as yourself.
That's right.
Absolutely.
100%.
And remember to support each other. And if you guys in the audience, you haven't seen the Don Vic show, what have you been waiting for? And wait no longer. Actually, the Facebook and YouTube links are right in the description, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. click on the link right there, and you'll find the Don Vic Show. And I'm telling you right now, you will not regret it, because
Right.
I remember we were jamming out the one day. I don't know. You remember that, Vic? Vic had a missing guest, and him and IG were just jamming out, rocking, having a great old time. And I'm sitting here going, this country boy is listening to hip hop and liking it. I had it in my Bluetooth. I had it blasting. And I'm just sitting here just like, yeah, let's do this. Let's go. I'm having a blast.
And that's what my show's all about. It's about moving people, you know, and I don't have to be next to you to move you. You're way in Philly, I'm here, and, you know, we're moving you with what we do, even if it's a show, a conversation, music, and that's what it's all about, man. If I can make someone's day, you know, I'm fine with that, because, you know, we have a lot of people that are going through so much stuff nowadays, and we don't know their situation. And if I can make someone laugh by me being silly on my show, like sometimes I'll be silly or say dumb things.
Yeah,
you know, it's part of my show.
Oh, man.
You know, it's part of the show, because you never know when someone's having a bad day. You might say something and you get a smile or you get a laugh, you know, out of it. And that goes a long way.
Yep, 100%. And you know, that's what I say about my show too, is whether you're having a good or a bad day, you always have a cheap laugh at some point in time. There's going to be something stupid I'm going to say. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of I'm going to. And I was wondering where my producer was, but there she is. There's my producer right there. That's Gray. She looks so happy, doesn't she?
Yeah.
So there you go. Raven said he's subscribed. Hopefully that's to the Don Vic Show. That's hopefully what you're doing.
Yeah,
because you definitely need to.
Yeah.
Definitely need to.
So can I say one thing, Brian, real quick before you say that? I just want all the viewers to know that our platform is for everybody. You don't have to be a director, an actor. You don't have to be a producer. You don't have to be none of that. You can just be yourself. If you have a story to tell, if you feel like what you say is you need the world to know, you hit us up. We'll review it, and if it's good, we'll bring you on the show, and you can, you know, and we'll give you that platform, our platform, to say what it is that you want to say. Absolutely,
and you definitely have my support, and I have to say, there's not many shows that, I mean, I watch, you know, some of the podcasts whenever I get a chance to, but there's not very many that I will actually sit there at work and like put my Bluetooth in and I'll listen to. But y'all show, I definitely do.
Thank you. But you know what it is, Matt? It's all about just being yourself. Just like we tell our guests, they come in, you know, they're, oops, I'm sorry, you know, for something you slip, but you know what, be yourself. Because that's how people are going to get to know you, get to know us. Right. We're going to sit here, we're going to play around, but you know what, when it comes down to business-wise and needing to do what we got to do, this is where we got to be. Yeah. You know? Kind of collaboration.
So, guys, this show is going to be a little bit different tonight. So normally we ask all the questions and we talk about all that stuff. But tonight I've given Victor and IG here the opportunity to ask us some questions. They said something with the Minnesota Spirit Hunters that kind of caught my attention. And they said that they have the interest and they do have a lot of questions. So tonight, guys, we're flipping it. And I'm giving the opportunity for Vic and IG. And if your boy even has any questions too, Vic, go ahead, have at it, ask away. Whatever you guys want to know about the paranormal field, let's have it.
What I want to know first is of the paranormal field is how do you sense when something it's nearby, or how do you know? I mean, I know you got to research the place and go to the location. Mm-hmm. So when you go to these locations, do you go just to a certain spot, or do you feel some type of energy that is pulling and you go to that direction, or is it just you go there and you just record and whatever you do?
Well, my wife is ready to chime in, so Umbry, go ahead. I'll let you take this one first.
I'm an empath, so I feel energy. So if something is like pulling me in a certain direction, that's the direction that I go. Sometimes he follows me, other times he doesn't, but most of the time he follows me around.
Yeah. I got the feeling like you're the one that get all the energy.
Yeah, I'm the one that gets the ghosts. I'm the one that gets the ghosts that are like, "Hey, hi, I'm right here. Hi."
Wow, really?
Oh, you go looking for the ghost.
No, they come looking for me.
Oh, for you.
Wow.
Mhm.
Matt,
Sweet.
I'm sorry, Matt. What interests you?
What interests me about the field?
Yes.
Honestly, the unknown. We as paranormal investigators, we all know that there's life after death. So that big question that everybody seems to have, we already know that answer. Otherwise, who are we talking to? Where's this evidence coming from? There's obviously something there. There's something unknown. So I like trying to figure out the whys and what happens after death. And once you start thinking of it that way, yeah, the sting of death does still occur. It still sucks when you lose somebody, but if you know there's something more, it's a little comforting. It's a little more like, okay, so this is just the next chapter. You know what I mean? And the other thing, and the biggest thing, is helping the spirits and helping people, helping families. I've done over 400 homes and businesses myself. So for me, helping families out with, whether it's a relative or a family member or a friend that, is there to just say, hey, I'm okay. The mourning process can stop, or, they're being tormented by something negative. If I can come in and help them out and help the spirits out as well, that's just a beautiful thing. It's nice. It's comforting to know I can do that, that I've been given that ability to do that. I've been set up to help. So that's for me, that's what it is.
So how do you help? How do you help the unknown cross over?
Well, a lot of people have certain ways of doing it. Again, this field is not an exact science. It's not like, you go to an instruction manual and it's like, okay, well, this is how it is.
Right.
The way I do it is I do it in a sense to where the spirits they come to terms with everything. They get helped. They get the understanding that, hey, this is not where I'm supposed to be.
Right.
I need to move on.
Right.
And sometimes it does get a little on the aggressive side to where we tell our clients, look, this is your house. You live here. This is your environment. You need to take that ownership. And I will literally walk them around the house and let them tell the spirits exactly how they feel. Be like, look, you are not welcome here. I'm sorry whatever happened to you, but this is my house. You've been given your time and opportunity to say what you need to say. We will help get this resolved, but you do not belong here. And it's all situation dependent, but it's not like you go in like you see in the movies. You walk in with a cross, yelling prayers, and everything goes away. No, it's not like that. It's not even close.
Yeah.
So it's all situation.
Yeah. So why are some houses haunted and other houses are not?
Squeakers, you want to hit this one?
That's a good question. It really just depends. Anything can be haunted. Land can be haunted. Objects can be haunted. People can be even haunted. There's just many things that can evolve around that. A biggie is energy in houses. A lot of people think that is ace, but it is a spirit, but it's something else as well. And Matt, do you know the name for it? What I'm thinking of?
Are you talking about the EMF field, the pure cage?
Yeah, I guess so.
So what she's trying to say is sometimes there's just nasty energy that is in an area, like if let's say Gettysburg, for example. That's a very well-known place. If you build a house on a battlefield that wasn't on like one of the original maps or wasn't documented, or if there was a little skirmish that happened in that land, because here in PA that happened all over the place.
Right.
There was battles and everything. Just Gettysburg was one of the biggest. So if you build a house on top of a property that had, say, some death occur on it, there's gonna be some negative energy, or what we call residual energy, on that property. So sometimes you get these residual hauntings, and the best way to describe it is like a DVD. You put a DVD into this TV, you're watching it, you can yell at the actors all you want. They don't know you're there, they don't care you're there, and they're not going to interact with you. The residual haunting is the exact same thing. They have no clue what's going on around them. It's just the energy just replaying itself. And then you have your intelligence, which are the ones that actually interact and interact with you and me like, we do. But it could be a variety of different things, and that's what a good investigator should do. Or it could just be what I said a little bit earlier, that fear cage. The electromagnetic field is everywhere. Right. And when you've got a lot of electronics, a lot of electricity and stuff like that, it puts out a high EMF field. And if you get enough of that, it's like radiation. You will get sick. You will get headaches, paranoia, and a bunch of other different symptoms. And a good investigator should be able to pick that out. And a fear cage is basically a room or an environment that is just high and filled with EMF, with that EMF field. And it's causing some of these issues. So if they say they feel like they're being watched, they're always getting sick, they always have migraines, they, have all these different things, pull out your EMF meter. And I'm an electrician by trade, so a good electrician should always have one. And in the field, it's kind of like our bread and butter. Like, it's normally something we always carry with us. You should start looking at the electrical. That would be the first thing before start looking into the paranormal side.
That doesn't always mean that it's not paranormal. It's just that you got to really double make sure.
Yep.
Because I've known some people that have gotten tremendously sick from that. And
it goes back to the evidence, like all the questions. Whatever you have left is paranormal based, and it just depends. And like Squeaker said, it could be people, it could be objects. Like if you get a lot of antiques, there could be something that's considered what's called a trigger object, or it has an attachment. That could be what's going on. It could be the land itself. It could be previous owners. It could be a bunch of different things. But in the paranormal field, anything's possible.
Right. So this question for maybe all three, like, how did you guys get involved in the paranormal? Was there something of a growing up experience, a lot of what got you guys involved in it?
Ladies, go for it.
I live in a haunted house.
Oh, hey, come on, get Deborah. Deborah always got
She ain't playing. She's not playing. She is not playing.
Okay, go ahead. I know that's not the end of it. That was just the beginning, and we're already
Yeah.
No, she's not playing.
No, my basement's haunted by family members.
Wow.
That have passed away in my house. So.
Oh, Jesus. Well, what was, and this can go to all three of y'all as well. What was the scariest moment that you guys have had?
Squeakers, you want to go for it?
Sure. I'm not going to give out the location because it was not one of the best times of my life. But my very first theme that we had together, we went to this odd town. I've never been there in my entire life. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go because this person needed some help. And just some of the events that happened between me and the members of our crew really made it freaky because every single one of us had the same exact dream in the middle of it. And that house, it screamed. It literally screamed, and you could feel the scream inside the house. And it just was something that I had never experienced before. And I'm not faking this either. I wish I still had the evidence because I would show it to you guys. But this house just had a tremendous amount of sadness, and I don't know. I honestly don't know. There was like
Can you feel that? Can you feel the sadness when you guys walk into a location? Can you feel is it dark? How is that feeling?
So the way, I mean, it kind of ties in with what you guys asked before about feeling the spirits out when you go to a place.
Yeah.
It's different for everybody. Some people
Mhm.
feel it, or it's more, right there in front of you, just like, for some people. Others, they don't feel anything. Some kind of have a balance. Me personally, it depends. It depends on the location. Like, I investigated the Queen Mary out in California. I've also hit up the USS Midway. Both ships, a lot of history. They both hit me different ways.
Mhm.
A lot of times we feel what we call cold spots, and that's just high EMF. It's almost like a vacuum, and you just get this cold feeling over you. Sometimes you get really warm. Sometimes you don't feel like yourself. There's been times where I've been in a cemetery and great mood, laughing, joking, carrying on, having a great time like I am right now. And I just broke down crying in tears. And I was getting like pictures of different people that I've never seen before in my life. And I just felt despair. And, it just depends.
So you just had a flashing, like you was just
Yeah.
seeing things.
Yeah,
Wow, that's
it was the channel. I was channeling something. And then there's some times where your hair will stand up on end. You get goosebumps and all that good stuff. Some people feel sick because of the electromagnetic field if it gets too high.
The last case that I was on,
Mm-mm.
the last case
But
that I was on, actually, the last case that I was on with Brian James, I actually felt so much sadness I passed out, and they had to kind of revive me on there. And I tell you what, for like a minute, I felt like I was floating on air. I wasn't really dizzy or anything. I just had passed out. It was the weirdest thing.
What are some of the things you guys have heard?
oh boy. I've heard my name being yelled in my ear.
Wow.
I've been pushed, scratched, bitten.
Sounds like
I
Mark Lee.
I asked about
Sounds
that.
like Mark Lee.
Mark Lee, yeah, he did.
You and Mark Lee need to hang out, man. You know?
I've had pretty. I've had spirit sit down next to me into a couch. Like you remember the old couches? You sit down on one end and everything just leans. You do that
Yeah.
that lean. Yeah, I've had that happen to me. I've seen what we call a full bodied apparition. I've seen a partial body. I've just seen legs walking.
Wow.
Oh, that would freak me out.
I've seen a lot.
Richie, what about you, Richie?
I've seen a demon. There's that.
Wow, she lives in the haunted house in the basement and she's seen the demon.
Well, I'm in the basement. She's upstairs right now.
So,
I
how
have
is that?
a fairy tree in my yard.
Yeah.
You have a fairy tree in your yard?
Yeah,
That's kind of like Bigfoot. It's another what we call a cryptid.
yeah.
It's another type. Yeah,
Like
it's another cryptid.
like Tinkerbell from Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Think of that, but like a little bit uglier.
Yeah,
They're
they're nasty little things. They're nasty little things.
They can be real mean.
It can't be no uglier than his unicorn he got saved in front of his house. The unicorn goes sideways. I don't know where he got that one from.
There you go. There goes the first shot.
It's from that Boston air, man. It's all that wind blowing. That's all
It's
that
so
is.
cool out here, anything bends.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, guys, we're gonna take a quick break before we come back, and I just want to take a moment for everybody to. I want to talk about our supporters because here I don't have sponsors because again we're talking about money. Vic and IG, we were talking about money. Yeah, these guys are all my supporters and all of our supporters for not just the Paracast, but the P3 program. It's just another program that I've started. It's just a small community that is growing of paranormal teams, investigators, and enthusiasts to support each other and to help each other in multiple ways. But I want to give.
That's why at the top it says supported by, not sponsored by.
But I want to give another shout out, and I wish Mr. Lavity would be listening in to, of course, Parapost. I've said it so many times. Guys, seriously, if you haven't already, go check out parapost.net. You can also get the app on Android or iOS. Just go ahead and look for the Para icon. Sign up. It is completely free. And while you're there, go check out D's Ghost. Go check out dsghost.com. If you want some equipment that actually has a warranty with it and is actually made, it's homemade equipment, decent equipment, and at a great price, go check out Jesse over at D's Ghost. And also go check out our boy, we said him earlier, Paranormal in the Funhouse's own Brandon Crody. Go check him and his crew out. They are legit. I love those guys. And I love Scooby. Watch Scooby get scared. Kareem. Watch Scooby get scared. He gets. I love Scooby, and I can't wait to be investigating with them. And of course, talking about groups, I can't not talk about Aaron Wing over there at Nationwide Paranormal. One of my biggest supporters. I love this man to death. He's a great guy, and he's doing the same thing we're doing, is building a community. So go check out Nationwide Paranormal, and of course, let all these guys know that the consultant sent you. But speaking of the P3, we're going to sit back and watch this little video that none other than Marcus Well from Minnesota Spirit Hunters put together for us for the P3 program. So, folks, don't go anywhere because we're going to be right back after this video.
Thank you.
Welcome back, guys. I love
Welcome
that.
back. We here.
Man, that video gets better every time I watch
I like
it.
that. So you got people in Minnesota,
Yeah.
Ohio,
Pennsylvania.
all
Yeah.
over UK, Australia, you name it. We got them.
I just
Yeah,
see
we-
that.
He was just telling me about the ones that are in the UK.
Yeah.
Paranormal over there.
Yeah, with Candace, and her husband Nick, and her mom.
Mhm.
They got some stuff. You seen their page? They literally got like, you can see the people like in the woods just staring at them like a black something formed like a man in black. They got another one where you can see the lady on top of the house. I mean, the top of this like like the top of a house by the window. They've gotten a lot of stuff on their show that even like they got another one like on the wall and you can see the guy sitting on like he's sitting on something.
No kidding.
Yeah, you gotta check it out.
Yeah, send that to me, man. Or
that's
hook me up. But yeah, so what else you guys got for us? This is the time. Gloves are off. Gloves are off.
The drums are going.
Which how did that interview go? You said you had the fighters on.
Oh man,
All the fights, the fights. You know, a lot of trash talking. You know, it's a lot of trash talking among fighters and stuff. We bring them on the show and they get to talk and vent against each other. You know, and just call each other out. And you know, my job is to instigate it, so I do a very good instigating job.
Yeah, sure
You know,
does.
because, you know, these guys want to fight. Some of them don't have fights. So if we can instigate a little bit and get the viewers to start looking and sharing, say, hey, you guys should watch these guys, they're going to fight. You know, so it's helping them promote them.
Right.
And
So IG, did you wear that ref shirt I was saying?
What was that?
Did you wear that referee shirt I was saying in chat?
We was looking for the referee shirts, right?
yeah,
We was trying to find them. It was that last minute thing. We're like, oh man, I thought about it. Hit him up, and he's like, because you know it's not too far from here to go get it. But the time it was just like we got to come in and do some studying and stuff. So like, nah. But listen, stay tuned. March 26th, we're gonna be there live ourselves. We're gonna be recording it, you know. So everybody stay tuned on the Don Vic Show.
yeah,
You want the old one too?
So what? So any other? You guys got anything else? Any other questions that you've been wanting to ask? Or should we schedule for a part 2?
Yeah.
No. So let me ask you this: have you guys ever went somewhere and brought back home something
You work
like
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday,
bad
Wednesday.
energy?
You work all day with me.
And if so, how did you know and how did it make you feel?
Why do I have to be the one
Well,
to come in at 10?
I've actually had 2
You don't have
experiences
to.
with that.
I can go in at 10 and you can come in
There
at 11
was
if you
one
want.
where
well, that just
there
makes
was a
the
kid.
most sense because he has me scheduled
There was
the
a
night
kid.
before.
Hold on. There we go. They're talking about work. Hi. I heard you talking about work, B. It's all good. But,
Sorry. Yeah,
no,
hold on.
Yeah, go ahead. So, so the one time there is there's actually a cemetery out in San Diego. It's called Mission Hills Cemetery. It's now a park. They actually bulldozed over the headstones and built a park over top.
Right.
And there was a child spirit there that was lost. I don't know what happened, but the kid lost his family and was really scared. And we hung out with him and talked with him for probably about a month straight. And I decided that one night I said, you know what?
Sorry.
If you want, no, you're good. If you want, you can come with me. So that way you're not alone. I was like, but here's the rules that you have to follow. And I said, if you need anything, let me know and I'll help you out. And I would set up, leave a recorder out for him so he could communicate with. I had an EMF meter out so he could get our attention. But for the most part, he was pretty chill. He really didn't do much. He was just, I think he was just happy just to have somebody to speak with. And one day he was just gone. He just don't know where he went. I'm assuming he found his way to where he needed to be. So that was one instance. Another time I ran into it wasn't a cemetery, but it was kind of like a battlefield where there was a lot of death and whatever. And I found a stone because I liked using stones and crystals and stuff like that for investigating. And I found one that was really cool. It looked like a perfect heart, and I was like, all right, that's kind of cool. I like that. And I put it in my pocket, and I didn't realize it, but there was an energy attached to it. And it came home with me, and I couldn't figure out why I felt so negative, so angry. I just wasn't myself. And it wasn't until I realized what had happened, and I was like, oh, that's a rookie mistake. So, but usually when you investigate, you take precautions. You protect yourself through prayers, blessings, saging, cleansing, smudging, and a bunch of other things that you can do. And it's up to you on how you want to protect yourself, but you do it before you investigate and then afterwards. And then I always end my investigations with, thanking the spirits who have talked with us. And I say, but you are not welcome to come back. You
Spiritual
have
boundaries
to stay
are
here.
such an important thing.
Yep.
Very
and
important thing.
And I tell them, you have to stay here. If you want to talk more, we will be back. But you're not welcome to follow anybody home. And we all agree with it verbally. So that's how I end the investigation. And speaking of Parapost, there's the man himself, Brian John Laverty. What up?
Hello, Brian.
How you doing?
Brian?
Brian, if you're still listening in, man, did you and Lex figure out the tight situation for Sherwood Forest, or Lex wearing his uniform, McDonald's uniform? And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, you should probably check out Through the Lens.
Yeah, duh, McDonald's uniform. I'm like, what are you?
It's so. I love Through the Lens. That is another show besides yours, guys, that I listen to pretty religiously. I'd have to say. I want to see that video. I want to see that video, Brian.
Okay, speakers. Why do you think spirits attach themselves to certain things? Why do they do that? What's your opinion on that?
Well, I think that they get lost, and to be honest, I think that it's kind of like a crab. You know how crabs sometimes throw out their shells to go find a new shell? They find their home. Exactly. It's kind of like that. They need somewhere to go where they feel comfortable at. I mean, I don't know about you, but if I was like not able to contact my family or people that I loved, I would at least want to be somewhere, that I felt comfortable at being. I don't know if there's an actual name for that, Matt.
I haven't heard it put that way ever, but it makes sense.
I
mean,
call me crazy.
I was
That's
like, wait a
my
minute.
point of view.
Where's this going?
Matt, you gonna learn today.
I just hear spirits are like crabs, and I'm sitting here thinking, what, they pinch you? Is that what's going on right now? Or?
Right. Well, seriously, have you ever seen a hermit crab throw off a shell?
Now I get it. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So they change periodically, and just like we do, we have feelings, and I'm guessing that spirits do as well. I don't know everything about spirits, so so if I get something wrong, please correct me. But I would want to actually be somewhere where I feel comfortable at if I'm going to spend the rest of eternity somewhere. I mean, I think that's why they pick certain objects. And I don't know about the land per se. That's an interesting one to research on. I'm really new at that per se, so I'm not really sure on how to answer it other than that.
Okay. Witchy, do you think ghosts travel? like from say state to state, or do they stay local?
Oh no, they can travel with you.
Mm.
I have one that follows me around. It's my grandmother that passed away. She's been dead for 4 or 5 years now.
Oh,
She follows me around. She's always with me.
Mm. Have you guys had things moved in your house, thrown around while you was watching TV or having a hot dog?
If we want to take that.
You remember this, Matt, when you first moved into the house and you met my dad's dad, his real dad who passed away. He kept moving your keys around the room.
Wow.
I could not find them.
He could not find his keys to his car, no matter what he did.
Nope.
Until I was like, okay, that's enough. It's time to bring the keys out, and then they would just magically appear.
And actually, Brian, I actually was telling them a couple times about Parapost, your app, and also the website to check out. But yeah, I mean, I'm game. I can talk to them backstage about that. But Casey said that she has an experience describing that. We call it finding a vessel. The spirit attaches to it and can find its way back to the object. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. This is why, Matt, I go back to what you was asking me. Why was we interested in paranormal, even though we're not a paranormal team? These are the reasons why. Because there's a lot of unanswered questions that people want to know, right? And you being a paranormal investigator, what exactly is it you're looking for? What is it that you're looking for that's going to say, this is it, this is what I was looking for, I'm done, I've seen it all?
Well, just like in any career, each investigator has some goal in mind. Me and then Mackenzie, doing the paranormal consultant, we have two goals in mind. As far as the paranormal itself, finding that answer of what happens after death. Because like I said, there's obviously something else that happens. We're just trying to figure out what that is, whether it's another plane of existence, whether dying is just the transference of energy to another location or consciousness. Is it what, religion says it is? What happens? We want to know. So we're trying to find that out. The other reason is the other goal we have is, as a consultant, is to help people and these spirits. So that's been our driving force. That's why you started the shows.
It's also to help people like you guys who aren't in the paranormal understand the paranormal.
Right.
I've learned a lot since I've been out with
you got the paranormal. You got the paranormal with the scared ones.
Which actually I commented on this, but I haven't had a chance to get y'all right here. So I want to formally invite you guys and your boy. He may, I know he's sitting on that side there. He's invited too.
Okay.
Y'all, I'm inviting you guys down to what I'm calling Para-Unity Day. It is September 26th and 27th.
Let me write that down, Matt.
Yeah. And I'm going to wait, guys.
And 27?
Yep, of September.
Oh, my birthday's on the 23rd.
We're going to be celebrating.
We need to go down there like in a bubble.
No. Here's what's up. So right here, literally behind me is right about where Mackenzie and I live in Pennsylvania, almost right dead center of the state. And Vic, just so you know, brother, I got all the details on Paranormal Consultant on Facebook. So it's all on there if you want more information. But what's going to happen is there is a big fair that happens every year, well, almost every year down here. And people from all over the U.S. and some even come from other countries to this fair.
Wow.
on September 26th, I'm inviting the entire paranormal community and anybody to come to this Para Unity Day. It's a day where we're going to meet up finally face to face, network with each other, hang out, chill, enjoy some really good food that'll put you in a coma, and just chill, have a great time. And then the 27th, we are all going to Gettysburg. You can't come to PA and not go to Gettysburg. And I want to formally invite you guys to come along.
That'll be awesome. That'll be our pleasure. I'm ready to go. Just as long as we last. Can we be last on everything?
Actually, no lie. No lie. You don't want to be in the back. If you're in a group, you don't want to be in the back. You want to be right in the middle.
Okay, well, the middle.
Because that way things have to work its way to get to you.
Oh, okay. You know that. We in the middle. All right, you remember that. We in the middle. So whoever's in the middle, we take them out of the middle. We in the middle. That's it. We in the middle.
We'll take care of you. We'll do you right.
That'll be exciting to go out there and meet up with you guys and learn more about the paranormal world. You know, another question that I wanted to ask was, these people cross over when they die, right?
For the most part.
To most people, you know, a lot of us think that when we cross over, you know, here comes this white light, you go, you're gone, and you're gone. Why are these individuals still here and not gone and passed over to where we all think God is? So and the reason why I say that, because we still got babies that people here. Why are these innocent babies still here? Why are they having their crossover to God? So now I'm asking myself, is there a light? Is there a kingdom? Because a baby that passes away that has, you know, that's innocent, that hasn't done anything bad in the world, why are they still here? Why can people still hear these babies crying? And why haven't they crossed over? So that's a question in my head that I want someone to answer that question.
Go ahead, Umbri, and then I want to touch on it too. So go for it.
Some souls like that, especially like younger souls, like kids, they don't realize they're dead.
Okay, I hear that a lot.
That's like the biggest thing, is a lot of them just don't realize that they're dead.
Okay, that's a good point. They don't know they're dead. But they can't see the light? Is what I'm asking. You know, is there a light? Because if I'm dead or I don't know I'm dead, if supposedly there's a light that comes to you and, you know, our Father comes and get us, you should be able to see that. You should be able to see that.
Yeah,
that's on you.
I mean, you know, that's just me thinking, like, okay, I get what you're saying, they don't know they're dead, but if this light is so bright and this is God, there's no way that any spirit is going to miss that.
Unfinished business as well.
See, they're go ahead, B. What'd you say?
Unfinished business.
So like I said earlier, in this field, there are no experts. Right. And part of that question of what happens, that's exactly one of those questions we're trying to figure out. Yeah, now, there's a couple theories that I've read. One that I kind of believe more than the other one. I believe that there's certain, without getting too religious talk here, because we could spend 3-4 hours talking about this. But so there's a theory out there that actually all religions are tied together, that reincarnation is kind of the same thing. So what happens is if you don't pass the test, judgment, you don't go to heaven. You get reincarnated back, or you get put into a limbo state, which is where these spirits are coming from, which is why not everybody that passes away we get a chance to talk to as spirit form. They're just waiting to be reincarnated. And then once they're reincarnated, they go through that test again. And if they pass, they go to heaven. If they,
So we got to pass tests after we die, because I'm already trying to pass a test now. Yeah, I don't need to pass another test after I'm dead.
right, but
Come get me now, because I'm ready to go.
well, the short version of the theory is you like in the Bible it says hell is a place where you pray and wish for death, of gnashing of teeth, and just a terrible, terrible place. Well, the theory is we're actually living in hell. This plane of existence is hell. And if you aren't a God-fearing person and you don't accept Jesus or Yahweh or that higher power, and you don't accept that, you get reincarnated and you get sent right back. And depending on how good or bad of a person you are, depends on how much you remember from your past life. So if you spent your life, being a terrible individual and everything like that, you get reincarnated. You have to go through all that over and over and over. And these people that have these past experiences, to me, I think of it this way: what bigger torture is there to love somebody, to have a family, to have a good life, that you just, you love people, and then you get it ripped away from you, and you'll never see them again. That would be torture. If that would be, and it would be for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a theory out there that I have heard. As far as seeing the white light, there has been some scientific studies that the white light is actually your brain shutting down. The white light itself is the lack of oxygen. It's kind of like when you pass out, when you get knocked unconscious. You see like a flash. That is your pupils dilating and doing all this other stuff. And it's actually a medical phenomena. So that's why there's so many people, depending on the situation, why they're all seeing the same thing. Now, as far as seeing angels and seeing God and everything else, that again could be psychological in nature. It could be something that people say, that even atheists, they when they're kids, they start out as Christians. They get taught the Bible, they have it subconsciously in the back of their head, even though they don't believe it themselves. At the point of death, they could be scared, like, what if I'm wrong? And if they start doubting, that's going to get pushed right to the front of their brain cortex, and they're going to remember everything that they were taught before. And if they don't die, if they have a near-death experience, it's very, very possible that that's just something that is happening. So there's a very good chance that it could be a psychological thing. But here again, that's why we do what we do. We try to figure it out. I mean, hell, I've even asked the spirit, what's it like to die?
Yeah.
And the response I got was cold. Like, that's what I got. It was actually Mr. Whaley from the Whaley House out in San Diego. We were chatting with him, and I said, so, Mr. Whaley, sir, if you don't mind me asking, what's it like to die? And everybody in my team just went, I'm like, what? I want to know, what's it like to die? And you heard over the recorder, he goes, cold. Bring a sweater. Got it. Dress warm, I guess. We just don't know. We don't know. And that's what I love.
Yeah. So, Matt, what is one of your favorite equipments?
I'll show you, actually.
Yes, sir. Show and tell.
There. Right here.
Whoa. What was that? Oh, that's a screen.
This looks like a USB, right? A thumb drive?
Yes.
Oh, it's not. It's showing up as the background because
I know, my green screen. This is actually a recorder, a voice recorder.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
This is my absolute favorite because it is literally, if you're going to be in this field, you have to have one. You have to.
And
you have to have one.
And what does that do? That voice recorder? How does that work?
This picks up on what we call EVPs, electronic voice phenomena. Now, what happens is a lot of times these spirits will say things, or you'll hear noises or music or something that we just can't audibly hear. We can't hear it. These recording devices, and it doesn't have to be electronic, like this. It can be one of the old style cassette recorders. It can be those two. Any type of recording device will pick up on that. And this will give you the best evidence you will ever get.
Okay.
And honestly, nowadays, like when I first started, I had the cassette recorders. I had Polaroid camera. I used disposable cameras. Now, right here, this is your absolute best, a cell phone.
Cell phone, yeah.
Your cell phone is your best because it has a camera, it's got a video camera, and it's got a voice recorder all in one. And honestly, if you feel a certain way when you're somewhere, pull out a recorder and record everything because you never know what you're going to catch. So for me, I'm very simple. Very simple. I mean, I got a GoPro right here. I got a GoPro that I can use, which I got to charge it. But I got a GoPro. We've got EMF meters. I mean, we got some of the scientific stuff, which is important. But for me, I'm not going anywhere without a recorder.
So when you record it on the phone and you put the light, you record it.
Mm-hmm.
How do you listen to what's on your phone? You just play it,
Yep.
or do you put it into a device to hear something?
You can do it either way. Me personally, I like hooking them up to any type of like. There's an app called Audacity.
Mm-hmm.
I use that because you can actually see the waves. You can actually see the sound frequencies, and you can see like if there's nothing going on. If you just set the recorder down and just walk away, and there's nothing, and all of a sudden you see something, boom, right there. Instead of listening to 2 hours of a straight line, nothing, you can just kind of skip ahead. Then not saying you should, because there could be something like a whisper, or I mean, there's different classes of EVPs, electronic voice phenomena. There's a couple different classifications, so you need to listen to all of it. But it helps. It definitely helps.
Okay. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. That's what gets the technology with the smallest things. You know, like you said, the first thing you grab. I'm over here thinking you're gonna grab something that
I thought you had music in there.
Yeah.
Right?
An iPod.
Yeah. Thought it looked like a little iPod, right?
Yep. No, seriously, like the recorder to me is invaluable. Any type of recording device is invaluable because I mean, evidence and the story, and you go out and you have these experiences. Experiences are nothing but good stories until you have the evidence to back them up.
Right.
Once you have the evidence to back them up, then it becomes legit evidence to me. Like I can sit here and say I walked down the street and I saw Bigfoot, and then ET walked over and asked me for a cigarette. That's a great story. Does it make it true? No. Now, if I have pictures, if I got pictures of Bigfoot and ET, yeah, you'll believe me a little bit more.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like evidence is key with anything we do.
So who's your camera people that take that take the footage, and who's your lead investigator and your second man or second woman on your team?
We actually don't have a team. You're pretty much looking at them. Me and my wife. Well, when I first started in this field, I had 47 investigators in San Diego. I had 47. I was the founder, and I had 47 other people in my team. I had another one out in Orange County that had 14, and then I had one out here in Pennsylvania that had 9. I've never had less than 9. Once
you should tell them that's how we met.
Mm-hmm. Actually, yeah, we met in the cemetery.
Yeah, I want to know that part. Yeah, how you meet?
No, y'all love this. Y'all love this. So even before we started the consultant, I was helping other teams out because I'm a huge supporter in what we call para-unity. And Squeaker's waiting. Para-unity. There it is. Para-unity. But that's another running joke. But every time I say para-unity, you got to give it, man. But I've always been a firm believer in that. So I've always worked with other teams. I tried to help other teams. And we had a mutual friend that she was on his team. Right. And he asked me for help. He said, hey, can you help train my team and help me out and blah, blah, blah. I said, yeah, sure. Well, they went to the cemetery. We were all going to meet up and train and everything like that. And sure enough, this one comes out of one of the vehicles, and I Yes,
Oh
please.
my God.
And now I gotta ask you guys know Monty Python, right?
No,
You guys
I
are
don't
Monty
know.
Python?
No.
Okay. Old British comedy, Monty Python. I love them. There is they did this thing where it was King Arthur's Quest for the Holy Grail. Funny movie. There was a part in it where they were accusing this woman of being a witch, and they asked, how do you know? And he said, well, she turned me into a newt. And it was a whole little skit. Well, she knows Monty Python. I know Monty Python. And so did some of my team. So we were in the cemetery. We were all just hanging out. She was with this group. I was solo. I was by myself because I never investigated with the team. I just kind of made myself available if needed.
Right.
So I'm leaning up against the back side of this one headstone, and I heard her group come over. And they started talking about religion and everything like that. And they had said, Mackenzie, so what are you? One of the guys on her team said, oh, she's a witch. And one of my crew knew about Monty Python, goes, well, how do you know she's a witch? I come popping up from the back of the headstone, and I went, she turned me into a newt. And we went through that whole skit, and I went down below the headstone. And you probably heard her say earlier, newt. Well, that's my name my name to her. And actually, I have a shirt that says that. I got a hoodie that says she turned me into a newt. I just didn't get better.
Oh God. That's crazy.
Spuzzle, and actually, I wanted to talk to you about something, but that's for another time.
Okay.
But yeah, so no, we don't actually have a team. We really don't. We do if we go anywhere and investigate, like the North Carolina that's coming up next week. Her and I go over everything together.
Okay, so on the 26th and the 27th, are you shooting something, or is it just a gathering that we're gonna, just communicate and collaborate with people?
Well,
Yeah.
I have a plan. I have a plan to break the YouTube algorithm.
Okay.
So there's going to be multiple teams and groups from all over. I want us all to go live at the exact same time.
You're
at
gonna break the
exact
internet.
Same place for this Para Unity
Internet
Day.
gods are gonna be like, yeah.
You're gonna break it.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna crash YouTube.
Blow the whole YouTube up. Wow.
That's the plan. That's the plan. Because here's the thing: if we all do that, the algorithm's going to go, wait a minute. There's a lot of spikes right now in one location for paranormal. That's going to start the trending ad. So they're going to start gearing it towards trending. They're going to see that there's so much looking and support on the paranormal that the algorithm is going to say paranormal is what people are looking for. So it's going to give us a little bit of a boost. So that's my goal.
That's awesome.
And then we're going to follow it up in Gettysburg.
That's a great idea.
Wow, that's a good idea coming from, paranormal, like, staying in a certain area, feel that vibe, or maybe some energy around us,
We might spark a fire.
Hey, that's fine by me. Let's do it. Let's light it up.
With all the energy there, we might spark something.
That's the goal, man. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it right.
Yeah, that's great. I had another guy on my show not too long ago. His name is Matt. Matt, forgive me, I forgot your last name, but I just had him like a week ago on my show, and he's doing a lot of things. He's doing movies, but he's a paranormal investigator with his wife.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about this dude.
Yeah, I thought he's told me he was doing a package, and I know he reached out to Enlightened Spirits Paranormal. I know he reached out to them.
All right. I know actually Enlightened Souls is it's the same group. They're actually Alicia. She's actually on
Alicia, Tammy.
She's part of my
Give me a headache. She kills me. I love Barbara, but she gives me a hard time. And Mark Lee. Yeah, great guys.
Yeah, they're actually a part of this P3 program.
That's great.
I know them. Yeah.
You got a bunch of great people on your team. But we definitely would love to. The 26th to 27th, is that a weekend? Because If it's a weekend, we can do it. No.
No, it's a Monday, Tuesday. I wanted to do it something for the weekend, but there is so many people there that it's already crowded, and it's not going to be a lot of fun. Like
Monday and Tuesday. Okay,
Monday and Tuesday is a little more chill.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still going to be a lot of people because they come down for like the week. You know what I mean? Like they come down for the whole time, but usually the first weekend is insanity. Like you can't go anywhere or move. So I figured Monday, Tuesday would be the thing.
Also, like the first day of the fair is free entry.
Yeah,
so
but
that's
it's not worth it.
also crazy because
It ain't worth
everybody
it.
goes the first day.
Free.
It ain't worth it.
I'm that word, Richie. Tell me, Richie. Free. Free at last. I love it.
Well, anyway, guys, we've almost hit the hour and a half mark already. I can't believe that.
Yeah.
But so what I'd like to do is usually I invite guests back for a part 2, and actually I want to do that. I want to bring you guys back for a part 2.
Okay.
I want to talk about more of your show and some of the things you've experienced on your show and your insanity, because I know y'all be living a crazy life up there.
Yeah.
And I want to hear all about it.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy from the show. Oh, from the show to the streets.
Hey, paranormal. I have that effect. I have that effect.
That's why you got a green screen that it can't fall.
No, but this is it. I talk about paranormal, and I got paranormal people sending me my studio comes down, my computer blow up. You know, something goes wrong. My mic don't work.
See, it's funny. That's not the first time that's happened with me on a live video. You saw LOA Productions. That's his name's Scott Morton. He's my other manager. My other manager is right below me. But he actually is a great guy. He's the founder of Warren Area Society of Paranormal. We were talking, and his green screen fell while we were talking. He heard something, looked over this way, and from the opposite direction, his green screen fell while we were live.
It just slapped me in the head.
I saw
that. What the hell?
I'm sorry.
I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Thanks, Brian, man. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody.
Coming from you, Brian. That means a lot. But anyway, Vic, IG, great having you on, guys. I still want to chat a little bit backstage so we can schedule a part 2, but don't go anywhere. But thank you so much for your time. And guys, if you have not already, follow the link in the description, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, don't matter, and sign up and follow both these guys on the Don Vic Show, because you will not regret it. And the links are in the description. Doesn't matter what platform you're using. Guys, I really appreciate your time. And again, love the show. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep being you. And we got you. We got you.
Thank you, man.
Ladies. Ladies. That was a great show. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. I really appreciate you both coming on. And actually all 3 of you. You've got a silent co-host. But
she don't know that.
But no, I really appreciate you guys helping out. I hope you guys had fun. And I just can't wait for Friday. Friday's going to be a lot of fun, guys. We are going to have Jill from the Boyd House, not just from, but the owner of the Boyd House. And for those of you who don't know, Minnesota Spirit Hunters actually investigated there a couple months back. And she's a part of a team, and she's the owner of a very haunted location. And I cannot wait to talk with her.
I'm excited to talk with her. Work.
I know it's sadness, but she does watch the replays.
I always have to work on Friday, but yeah, I watch the replays, and if we're not busy, I do try to watch it a little bit live if possible.
I think she should be called close-up squeakers.
Hello.
Don't need a Zoom function for squeakers. Liz. But anyway, ladies, thank you so much for co-hosting with me. I absolutely loved it.
And me.
And I'm so glad that I'm not in trouble. Yet.
So
me too.
I don't know if you guys can see this, but Savannah drew me.
She drew you?
Yeah, she drew me.
Don't worry,
on a
guys.
tablet.
We can't see it. I will take pictures and I will post them.
I was gonna say take some. By the way, hi Marcus. I didn't see that question until that comment until now.
So, all right, ladies, you guys have yourselves. Well, Umbry, I'll see you in Savannah here in a second. But
Yeah.
Squeakers, I'll see you on Friday for our show. I can't wait.
Alrighty, sounds good.
See ya. All right, guys. Well, Boston's best and did not disappoint. Vic and IG, man, little different tonight. Little different. And I'll tell you what, those guys are freaking awesome. Really are awesome. And I appreciate you guys as well. Seriously, if you haven't already, go check out the Don Vic Show on Facebook and YouTube. I have the links. Just click them, subscribe, all that good stuff, because the variety of people they have is exactly what we do in our field and with this show. A variety of different people, different backgrounds, different investigation styles, and different beliefs. And they do the same thing. And you know what? I love it. I love it. And who doesn't love Boston boys, man? I mean, Boston's best. They know how to do it. They know how to party. But I appreciate all the support you guys have given me throughout this past couple weeks. And, you know, you guys have been awesome. And I can't wait to see what comes of this. And we've got some great guests coming up. And like I said, do not miss Friday's show. Friday's show, 9 p.m. Eastern time. We got Liz coming on. And Jill, and I can't wait. I saw Liz's comment. We got Jill from the Boyd House coming on, and I cannot wait. It's going to be a blast. So if you guys haven't already, like I said, go to parapost.net, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, sign up, and also download the app, Android, iOS, and check out the rest of my supporters because they are awesome. And I love these guys, and I love you guys so much. So you guys have yourselves a great rest of your night. Have fun. Stay safe. And as always, guys, happy hauntings.